World War II, spanning from 1939 to 1945, was a global conflict that pitted the Allied powers, primarily comprising the United States, the Soviet Union, the United Kingdom, China, and France, against the Axis powers, led by Germany, Italy, and Japan. The war's origins lay in the unresolved issues of World War I, the rise of fascism and militarism in Europe and Asia, and the aggressive expansionist policies of Nazi Germany, Fascist Italy, and Imperial Japan. Adolf Hitler's invasion of Poland on September 1, 1939, triggered the war, prompting Britain and France to declare war on Germany. The early years saw rapid German advances, using blitzkrieg tactics, conquering much of Europe, including France, and bringing Britain to the brink of defeat during the Battle of Britain. In the East, Japan pursued its imperial ambitions, invading China in 1937 and expanding into Southeast Asia and the Pacific. The attack on Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941, brought the United States fully into the war, shifting the balance of power. The conflict became truly global, with major theaters in Europe, North Africa, and the Pacific. The Eastern Front, where the Soviet Union bore the brunt of the fighting against Germany, was the war's largest and bloodiest theater, culminating in pivotal battles such as Stalingrad and Kursk, which turned the tide in favor of the Allies. In North Africa, the Allies, led by figures like General Dwight D. Eisenhower and Field Marshal Bernard Montgomery, clashed with German and Italian forces under General Erwin Rommel. The successful North African campaign paved the way for the Allied invasion of Italy in 1943, leading to the downfall of Mussolini's regime and Italy's eventual surrender. The Allies also conducted strategic bombing campaigns against Germany, targeting industrial and civilian centers to cripple the Nazi war effort. The turning point in Europe came with the D-Day invasion on June 6, 1944, when Allied forces landed on the beaches of Normandy, France, opening a new front against the Germans. This operation, combined with the Soviet advance from the east, led to the eventual collapse of Nazi Germany. Hitler's suicide on April 30, 1945, and the subsequent capture of Berlin by Soviet forces marked the end of the Third Reich. Germany's unconditional surrender followed on May 8, 1945, known as VE Day, or better known as Victory in Europe Day. In the Pacific, the United States adopted an island-hopping strategy, capturing key islands and gradually moving closer to Japan. Major battles, such as Midway, Guadalcanal, and Leyte Gulf, were significant turning points. The use of atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1945 by the United States led to Japan's surrender on September 2, 1945, marking VJ Day, or better known as Victory over Japan Day. World War II was marked by unprecedented destruction and loss of life. It is estimated that 85 million people perished, including the 6 million Jews murdered in the Holocaust, orchestrated by the Nazi regime, alongside millions of other victims of Nazi atrocities, including Roma, disabled individuals, political dissidents, and other minority groups. The war caused immense civilian suffering, with widespread displacement, destruction of cities, and economic devastation. The conflict also saw significant advancements in technology and warfare, including the development and use of radar, jet engines, and nuclear weapons. The aftermath of World War II reshaped the global order. The United Nations was established in 1945 to promote international cooperation and prevent future conflicts. The war's devastation led to the decline of European colonial empires and the emergence of the United States and the Soviet Union as superpowers, setting the stage for the Cold War. Europe was divided into Eastern and Western blocs, with Eastern Europe falling under Soviet influence, while Western Europe began a process of integration that would eventually lead to the formation of the European Union. Economically, the Marshall Plan was implemented to rebuild war-torn Europe, fostering economic recovery and political stability in Western Europe. The war also accelerated social changes, including movements for civil rights and decolonization, and set the stage for significant technological and scientific advancements in the post-war period. The Nuremberg trials held Nazi leaders accountable for war crimes and set precedents for international law and human rights. World War II's legacy continues to shape the world today. Its lessons underscore the dangers of totalitarianism, the importance of international cooperation, and the enduring impact of global conflicts on humanity. The war remains a subject of extensive study and reflection, with its stories of heroism, tragedy, and resilience continuing to resonate across generations.